Welcome back to another edition of Raiding the Pantry with Chris Rader. Today we are gonna make Snoop Dogg's style gumbo. You want to get skinless, boneless chicken thighs. And you want to get as close to as 4 pounds as you can possibly get. And we're going to let this come up to room temperature if we can. Alrighty. I've already patted my chicken dry. I got it up right here. Alrighty. So now we're going to do 1 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to do 1 tablespoon of Creole powder. This is the kind I'm using. I'm using Tony's. Alright. Now I might add just maybe a smidge more. Alright. Now I'm just going to mix all this together. Alright. Now I'm going to let that set to the side and let it get up to room temperature. And alrighty. Now we're going to get our food processor out. And we're going to take 2 red bell peppers. We're going to take 4 stalks of celery. And we're going to take 4 cloves of peeled garlic. And 1 whole yellow onion. And we're going to mince this until fine. It doesn't say to separate them, so I'm not going to. Okay, so that is minced and very fine. So now that's done. Alrighty, now that my chicken has been brought up to room temperature, I got a medium bowl to a large-ish here. Put our chickens in, and we're going to do it as batches. And what we're going to do is cook them until they get golden brown. And I already got my oil in the pan. As you can see, it was getting hot. We could probably get maybe 1 more piece of chicken in there without it being overly crowded. And we're going to flip it occasionally. And we're going to alternate between turns. So I'm going to flip it here. All right, as you can see, this first batch of chicken looks to be done. So I'm going to shake it off and set it over here on my plate that I have set to the side. So we're almost done. We got one last chicken left to cook. All I could get in there is 3. Alrighty. It looks to be as done with this. So I'm going to call this. Alrighty. Now, it's been several minutes. This oil should be plenty hot. And now we're going to get 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And we're going to sprinkle it just around. Just like that. We're going to make a roux. And it's going to take at least 35 minutes because we want it to darken. 25 to 35 minutes, my bad. So I'm going to set my alarm for 30 minutes here, and I'm going to continuously stir. So what we're looking for in this roux is for dark brown. All right, as you just heard, it has been about 30 minutes. We got just 2 more minutes by the looks of it. That was the warning saying it's almost time. All right, so that's a little darker brown. I think I'm gonna go, and now I'm gonna add in my mixed veggies, all that good stuff right there. All right, so all right, I'm gonna go for 4 minutes with this in here, and it's gonna be thick. It's gonna be all right. That's pretty thick. We're a minute away, really, until it's 4, but that's pretty thick already. So I'm gonna add in my vegetable, my chicken stock, and that's about 8 cups. We're actually probably gonna do a little less, probably about 2. We're gonna put it on high, and we want to get it up to a boil. Alrighty, as you can see, it's starting to boil, so we're gonna turn it back down to medium heat. So what next we're gonna do, we're gonna add our last teaspoon of salt, same salt as before. Stir it around for a little bit. Okay, and now we're gonna stir in that salt real quick, and we're gonna add in our sausages. I cut my sausages kind of thin, and we're doing about, I don't know, about 2 packages worth of the long sticks of sausages. Now we're gonna start adding our chicken in as well. All right. So now that we get that added in, we're gonna take all that goodness, the juice and everything as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and add that in. Now we're also gonna add in our bay leaves as well. And you want at least 2 bay leaves. And we're gonna cover our gumbo, and for at least 1 hour while it's simmering, we're gonna let it set. We're gonna also, if we need to, scoop off any foam, skim it, that rises to the surface. And I'll catch y'all back in 1 hour. Alrighty, as you can see, it's been an hour, and I took my chicken out because it says to shred your chicken with 2 forks. Now that this is all shredded, I'm going to put the rest of this chicken and what's left of that back in there. We're going to keep the lid off of it for another 15 minutes. We're going to put some... We're not going to use all the scallions, but we are going to use some of them. Alright, that's the whole bushel of scallions that you can buy. And some parsley. I got it as fine as I can. It's about a 1/3 cup. We're going to use all of that. And I might cut up some more just for topping. Some of that scallions are for topping. And we're going to use a 1/4 cup of hot sauce. Louisiana hot sauce. Here. And this is the brand I'm going to use. Right there. It's original. And we're going to mix all that together. Let it simmer, like I said, for another 15 minutes with the lid off. I'll catch y'all back in 15. Alrighty. As you can see, it has been 15 minutes. What I did while I was waiting is put some instant rice on. So I had some instant rice ready. I put a little bit more scallops on top. Put a little extra hot sauce because I feel like he would have added extra hot sauce. Let's just mix that all up in there. Woo! I love everything that's going on here. Woo! Alright. The one thing I would say that I would probably do different next time, because I will be making this again, is I'll trust the recipe a lot more. Where I added flour in, I'm not going to add any. A cup is it. I'm just going to stick to that. I just have to relying on that recipe and buy more chicken broth because it called for 8 cups, not 4 for it. So it came out a bit thicker, which is fine. If you like it a bit thick, that is completely fine. Add less chicken broth and you're golden pony boy. But other than that, this is a wonderful, wonderful Southern style gumbo by Snoop Dogg. Absolutely loved it. Y'all give it a try. This was Raiding the Pantry with Chris Rader. Y'all come back now, you hear? Oh, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the video.